Today I'll be talking about, should the age of driving be raised to 21? There are many different reasons why it should be raised, but there are also many reasons why people don't want it to be raised. Why it should be raised is death rates could decrease. Young drivers often overestimate their skills of driving. Another reason is they haven't fully matured. And teenagers often like to show off in front of their friends and just show off that they have their license. So did you know that the leading death cause is from a traffic accident, and 29% of those deaths are from drunk driving? And I'm not saying that a teenager would get in the car drunk and drive and stuff, but I feel like studies have been shown that they're more likely to get in the car intoxicated and show off in front of their friends that they were at a party and they were drinking and they got drunk. 15% of crashes are actually from the interaction with the passenger in the car. So they could be just simply talking and not pay attention, and they could run into someone else. They could have music blaring. I often have my music on and I can't even hear a siren. So if they have it blaring, I don't know if they could even hear like a car honk at them if it needed to be. But according to AAA, 94% of traffic accidents are caused by texting and driving. And with today's society, the kids are glued to their phones. So I feel like social media has taken up a large part of this. And so is texting. The government has tried to make laws about texting and driving, and if a cop sees you texting and driving, he'll give you a ticket and you'll get like points taken off on your license and stuff like that. But teens don't seem to realize what the danger they're putting everybody else in, and including themselves. They get more distracted by their phone and texting and like, oh, who's texting me now? Or, oh, who liked my picture? But yeah, that's some reasons. And personally, I believe that the age should be raised to 21 because I feel like the maturity level of a 21-year-old is a lot stronger than a teenager, especially at 15 or 16 years old, because you can go and get your permit at 15, and as soon as you turn 16, you can get your driver's license and be on your own, which is very scary because at 16, I know I was very mature. I don't know about y'all, but I was very immature. Our roads are already pretty dangerous. But putting a teenager on the roadway isn't going to make it any better. So reducing the age to 21, I feel like they have time to grow, and they have time to realize what is right and what is wrong on the roadways, and that gives them more than a year to have driving school, and they can practice and stuff like that. I actually found this pie chart on AAA, and it says 15% of teen crashes is from interacting with one or more passengers. 12% is using a cell phone. 10% is looking at something in the vehicle. 9% is looking at something outside of the vehicle. 8% is singing or dancing to music. 6% is grooming, like doing your hair, makeup, stuff like that. And 6% is reaching for an object. So having a person or one of your friends in the car with you can actually be very dangerous when you're a teenager and just not paying attention. Using your cell phone is very, very, very dangerous. I would never do that personally. But yeah, so I know that a lot of people want their kids to hurry up and get their permit or their license so that they don't have to take the child everywhere. They don't have to worry about getting up in the mornings with them and taking them to school or taking them to after school activities. But you don't realize that you getting up and taking your child to class or taking them to a soccer game, those couple of minutes can literally save many people's lives just by getting up and taking your child and not letting them drive themselves. 15 and 16-year-olds are just, they're careless because, I mean, they're still kids. They're careless and they're just simply too young to be behind the wheel of a vehicle. I feel like, and with today's vehicles, they are more powerful than they were. They're often not made, they're not made like they used to be, so they are very dangerous still. And being behind the wheel of a car bigger than other people's cars and just learning how to drive, yes, it makes it safer for you, but it also doesn't make it safer for everybody else in the other vehicles, because if you run into them and your vehicle is way bigger than the other people's, you could seriously injure them. So yeah, that is why I think that we should raise the driving age to 21.